Om Namah Shivaya. Welcome to Dots of Destiny, friends. Today, a topic I've taken is that how can we get motivated in our life using astrology? Why I've taken this topic, just let me tell you a little about it. Because whenever I have seen in consultation, when people talk with me over a period of time, they feel that they are understanding their horoscope and they are getting motivated. Yeah, they can do something with their life even if the period is or the dasha is not favorable, it's not very conducive for them. Still, I help them understand that what at this moment they can do with their life out of all the odds. Now, then they talk with me and tell me that why don't I take motivational classes or sessions so that they feel the same amount of, the pulse or the energetic rise every time and get motivated to do their work or continue with their work. Because see, any work which you're doing can be at times boring, can demand too much at times, can feel like quitting at times. All these things can happen. This is part of life, whether it's a professional work, whether it's the mundane daily work that you're doing at home, or whether it's any kind of responsibility, whether if you have taken a loan from the bank due to whatever reasons and you want to, end it, but it's a long drawn process. So any process which requires moving ahead in slow but steady steps requires some kind of motivation. Because in our daily life, if we keep on doing things without the things that we like, that motivates us, then life will become very monotonous and we will lose focus on everything that we do. That needs to be understood. It's very important. Astrology is not only seeing the destiny. See, people question astrologers that if you cannot change your own destiny, what you'll do with your those who come for consultation. Astrology is not about changing destiny first and foremost. It is about the how to look forward in life, what to understand as life is bringing on your table, what to do with it, good, bad, evil, whatever it is, what to do with it. So in the process of all these things, how we keep going with our life, how we keep the life in a very in a flowing state. The energy should not get stuck in the process. It should be in a very nice flowing state. That is why we need astrology. See, the motivational speakers that we listen to, they always motivate us to do things repetitively. That is very important also, because failure will happen, but one, two, even failures cannot stop you. Swami Vivekananda, I've always quoted him. He's one of my greatest inspiration in life, has always said that if you fail 100 times, try once again. But in this failure of 100 times, what I've seen is that if we can keep ourselves motivated in what way, that I'll talk about today, using astrology, then it will be easier for us to tread the path which is difficult. Definitely it's difficult. Now see, the houses, in all the 12 houses, what I have seen is that 3, 6, 10, 11 is the house that can give you a push and make you move forward. That is why they are known as Upachaya houses, and that is why Upachaya houses grows with time. This word always is said by every astrologer, and all the viewers also, you must be knowing that Upachaya houses are the houses that grows with time. Apart, whenever I open a horoscope, apart from the lagna, how much strength the lagna sun moon is having, I always go and search for 3, 6, 10, 11 houses in a horoscope. Because if those houses are having planets, good, bad, different, that's a different, that comes later. But if 3, 6, 10, 11 is having good aspects, good planets in it, then I understand that this person has the hunger to move forward. That is very important, because moving, at the end of the day, moving forward is very, very important. Stagnation is death. There is no point in stagnation in life, however bad or remorseful the situation is. So, how these houses help, I'll be discussing today, and how it can motivate you in your life, in your daily life also. That is very important, because we all have a set of karma. As we all know, there is Drira Prarabdha, Drira Adira, and Adira Prarabdha. All these Prarabdha karmas, they always catch on to us. And whether we like it or not, we have to do these Prarabdhas, which are our storage karma of our previous life fruits, good or bad deeds, whatever. So we have to do that. With it, how we can keep ourselves motivated, how we can keep going, that is very important. Now see, if you have a good lagna, good in the means that if you have a Mars on the lagna, or if you have a Sun on the lagna, for that matter Rahu also, these are very strong planets on the lagna. Why I am not telling Saturn is that Saturn delays the thing. Not that people having Saturn on the lagna are not good enough, but it delays the things. But malefic planets, they urge you to do something. Let's get up and do something. Or for that matter, in your horoscope, if Sun is good, if you have a strong Sun in your horoscope, if your moon is good, if it is not a waning moon, if it is a waxing moon, Shukla Paksha moon, Shashti, Shaptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dashami, Ekadashi, Dadashi, Triyadashi, like that. If the moon is in these phases, even after Krishna also, when a little bit this side also, while the moon is waning, if you have a strong moon, you have the capacity to hold on to your life, which is very important. Because in consultation, I've seen people just they just don't know. Even they frankly say, and I very much appreciate their frankness, that really I do not know what to do with my life. They are at a loss, and that can really happen, that what you need to do, you're not aware of it. I need to do something. I am just because life is so important, and life is so precious, that we understand, understandingly we don't understand that what to do with it. We understand that life is precious, we have to do something out of it. But this video is for those people only, because those who are not understanding what to do, what to make them motivated. Suppose the daily chores that you're doing, or the daily job, or for the money matter, the job you're doing is not propelling you, it is becoming a struggle, then look into your third house first and foremost. If you have a planet aspecting the third house, take up the planet, that idea of the planet. I'll give you some examples. See, third house is a very active house. Whenever I see, because it is a Gemini house in the Kalpurush Kundali, and see 3-6 is dealt by Mercury, 10-11 is in the control of Saturn. So these are the two main planets that control your all the motivational factors, or the efforts, the free will of your horoscope. You can only get yourself, rest are mostly predestined. You cannot change your lagna, you cannot change your family, you cannot change your physique, you cannot change your home environment, 4th house, your luck factor, your progeny, your partnership, your the marriage partner, you cannot change. 8th house matters, what sudden will happen, you cannot change. 9th house, your fortune, you cannot change it. 12th house, your expenses, your hospitalization, your losses, you cannot change. These are all predestined, 100%. Now comes the third house, where you can put in effort and you can bring changes in that house. How you can do it? Suppose you have a good planet in it, benefics like Jupiter, Venus, Mercury. Take up the things representing these planets. Mercury is like writing or communication. Venus is your arts and music. Jupiter is also all kind of these things you can do, or some vocal things also you can do, some speech related things also you can learn and do. These things you can do. If you have a third house good, It is also our right arms and hand. Malefics do here good with sports, like Rahu, like Mars, even Saturn also. If it is having a good aspect, slowly but steadily, you will do good sports activities. So take up that as your daily routine. Now see, whenever such things are said, people will always say the fact that time is not enough. Yes, time is not enough, but always everybody who has done something with their life has done in this 24 hours only. Now, how to find time in this 24 hours without wasting time, that needs to be understood. See, these things, why I'm saying is that I have dealt and come across these things with myself, with my people around me, and while in consultations also. Suppose you do, I'll tell you an example. You take up a sports or a music activity. Keep it for half an hour every day, because see, if you love it, you will want to do it, and this will give you a big motivation side by side with the job or the profession thing that you are doing, because that profession is important. It's giving you, that job is giving you money. Everybody needs money for sustenance, but what you're doing for yourself, that is very important, very, very important. This third house, if you have a good third house, if you have a benefic aspect, if you have a good mental strength, if your moon is strong, you will be able to do something with the third house activities. Because whenever the third house is strong or mild to strong like that, I've seen that people are very active, they're very vibrant people, and they love to do these kind of extracurricular activities. That is why Gemini is the sign, so so talented sign. Yeah, it is sometimes called jack of all trades, master of none, but still those are the activities that we would love to do. And any activity that you take up will act as a boost in your life. That is very important. That boost will make you or keep you going with your life. You will not feel the pinch of mundane day life. Why? Suppose you go for a picnic or you go for a cinema. That is also good, but see, it's not an everyday affair, and it is not your creativity that is coming from within. Understand this. Whatever you bring out from within, the immense happiness that can give with that kind of a creativity generated from within will never come from outside. First and foremost, this needs to be understood. It will never come from outside. Everything is within you. You have to generate and understand the power that is there in you. That is very important. Because every human being has special skills and talents. It cannot go without a miss. It cannot go. We are so special. That is human birth is, that's why told to be so special. That's why it said that taking own life is a crime, because you have to understand your potential, where you can do better, how every day you can put in the work. Every day you can sit with that thing, whatever it is, and you can do. Whether maybe it is just stitching, just some painting, some canvas designing, some other activities, some games, anything related to the third house can keep you going every day, because these are small desires. Understand the point. The small desires that we have within ourselves, and when it is created and nurtured by us, it gives a tremendous confidence. It keeps the motivation going for our life. And we, in that half an hour time which we give to ourselves for the third house activities, we become so charged up. Start doing it. You'll understand that. Take up a thing that you love and start doing it. You'll understand it is so enriching for self. Now comes the sixth house. The sixth house is about the daily chores that we do. Rog, Rin, Shatru. Dealing with your diseases, whatever you have, dealing with your enemies, and dealing with your office environment. How to keep that going every day. That there also, whenever, that's why malefic does really good in the sixth house. If you have a Rahu, if you have a Sun, if you have a Mercury, if you have a Saturn, understand that these planets would make you fall in a discipline. Mars, very good. These people, they have a gusto within them. They can follow the same thing, repetitive thing, they can do again and again and again. That is how you can use the sixth house, which is a Upachaya house. And yes, any Upachaya house, 3, 6, 10, 11, usually it grows with time. It will always grow with time. It's not a one day thing. Suppose you sit for meditation. First day you cannot fix your mind. It's not possible. Maybe in a year also it's not possible. But as you slowly progress, it happens. It gives you the feeling of that restlessness going away, and you become so calm and subtle within. That's so important. The balance within, very, very important. So dealing with sixth house matters in a daily basis, who can really do it, that's really good. And it will, if you can deal the sixth house well, it will give you progress and motivation in time. Slowly, it will not be fast. Obviously, it will not be fast. And whosoever I am talking to, actually, these people are mainly, now younger people are also losing motivation nowadays. I have never felt that when I was in my young days. I have never felt lost of motivation. Somehow people feel nowadays, maybe the peer pressure is more, maybe the competition is too much. It can happen. So sixth house is, understand, competition is there, then only we live. Suppose everybody is given the first rank, will you live for that kind of a world? No. The world is unfair. The world that we are living in is not fair. And that is the magic of it. Because if everybody comes first, then what is the magic of that number one spot? Nothing. It is the scaling the peak. And sixth house is that daily thing that you do for scaling that heights. That is the 10th house. Your karma, the thing, the mid-heaven, the thing that shows. So understanding that competition is a must. We will face competition. The energy required for that competition, the motivation, the learning things that you learn through competition, it should come from within. And you should not be demotivated. Do for doing it. If you love a thing, you will not be demotivated. You will not be. If you are, suppose you are appearing for an exam, see, sixth house is a very competitive house. So think about the process you are going through. It is not an easy process, but always do a second fallback also. The motivation should be such that if I do not at all get because many other factors are there in the horoscope, whether your luck will click or not with the sixth house matters, whether getting a loan, paying off a loan, having a disease and pulling off from the disease, and also a competition, everyday affairs of in the daily life, all these things, sixth house things. If you do not get through it, you should not lose hope. That is why here your third house will help you. The things regarding the third house will help you. So take up an idea from the third house and then set yourself for the goals of the sixth house, because this is an everyday house. You have to keep on doing it. Then only it will get better with time. That's why most malefic planets like Saturn and Rahu, Mars, Sun, they are wanted in the sixth house. They are wanted because here the people, they never lose the vision. Saturn in the sixth house, people will get bored with their everyday life, but they can do repetitive things. Saturn in Virgo, sixth house is Virgo energy. They know that small failures are okay, because you cannot be the winner every time. One day will come, you'll win definitely. As you keep on putting your efforts, you will definitely win. But failure should not be should not hit you so hard. You have to take it and understand that yes, this was not destined to happen. That's why we take up astrology, right? Whether that is destined to happen or not. everybody going for the same thing, doing the same thing, everybody following the same stream, going for the same examination, same kind of professional work, yeah, it is, if it is there, it will pay you well. Otherwise you will be in a remorseful situation. That is why here the process of astrology comes in. It does not change your destiny. Many people think how astrology can change my destiny. No, astrologers are not God. And the science is godly, very divine science. It can guide you, it can throw a light in your way forward in life. That's why the sixth house can become your motivation in trying everyday thing. You know that with these things your personality grows. That's why whenever the Lagna Lord goes into the sixth house, these people are usually fighters. They know how to fight. Every day they keep on doing the same thing. Obviously, just think, if you brush, that's a a sword, a little bit rusted sword, if you're brushing every day, will it not shine? It will shine, definitely. It has to shine. So that's how we use the energy of the sixth house for motivating ourselves. Do it every day, repetitive process, and think that I have to do it every day. Don't think too much. Too much thinking, overthinking, whether assessing that if I fail, so what if you fail? Let it happen. Many people come to me, if I fail in this business, so what? You have to try 3 business. So many people, so big people have failed. Then only you can go towards success. Without failing, how do you understand? What is your strength? What is your weakness? Without failure, failing is very important. Whether in a game, whether in a study competition, whether in office environment, whether in daily life, failing is very important. Without fail, you don't understand your strengths and your weaknesses. That is important. 10th house. 10th house is your profession, karma, status, all these things. So here, see, it's the house of Capricorn. Again, what is the motivation over here? We have to understand that Capricorn is a very cold sign. It is a dark side of Saturn. It is the karma. It is not only the professional thing. That is why the D10 horoscope is not just the professional horoscope. It is about the whole karma that we carry, that we have to do. So what is the karma of your 10th house telling? You have to do. Certain karma is definitely assigned for everyone. Definitely everyone. You have to find out that. You have to understand how to deal with that karma. And with that karma, you have to be passionate. Yes, always whenever the Lagna Lord is in the 10th house, such people are usually lucky because they have that kind of a placement where they energetically, they feel motivational towards the 10th house things. Otherwise, 10th house is, it is not an easy place. It is the tip of the Mount Everest. Whoever has climbed it, it is very difficult to stay on the tip of it because the winds are very chilling, very cold. It will knock you down. It is the top of the pyramid, as you know. It's very difficult to sustain over there. But 10th house, if you can really have a good base, then you can build on it. So understand the motivation of the 10th house is not easy because there will be a lot of things which will try to bring you down. It will happen because see, you want a name and fame in society, but how it will happen? Factors will be mostly 90%, 99% factors will go against you. Because everybody wants a place in this society. Everybody wants a name in this society. Understand that. If you get remorseful about that this is not given to you, this promotion is not done for you, why a certain people is behaving like that with you, if this keeps on bogging your mind, then how will you do your thing? Because going ahead means only focusing on self. There is no focus on others. Factors can be wrong. Suppose if a person is going through Saresati, most of the things that the person tries to do, mostly they fail, because Saresati is such a time, 7.5 years, the dreaded, as the people call, the Saturn period on your moon. Saturn mostly give you a lot of sufferings, hindrances, and things that are not moving, a very stagnant phase, and most of the projects of your life, whether financial, whether health, or whatever business, it fails. Because here it teaches you the patience, lot of patience. It's not easy. That's why that 7.5 years is very much, people are always thinking about it, that how to, and that's true also. It's very difficult, that 7.5 years. But that is how the 10th house is also. The energy of the 10th house is also, it demands lot of things from you. Then only you succeed to that level. That is to be understood. There is no shortcuts towards it. There is no shortcut. Hope I am able to give what I'm trying to say is that when you are asking me that I want some consultation, many people do ask me that I want some motivational classes from you. See, motivation, if I talk about motivation, whether your professional life or whatever it is, at that point of time, or maybe 1 through 2-3 days, or maybe 1 week, you'll feel motivated. Then that motivation will go down, because motivation cannot come from an outside factor. It cannot. That is the first thing. Yes, you can have some motivational figure in your life. Like I said, I have always taken up Swamiji's word. Swami Vivekananda is I'm a ardent follower, and every word of his is like written on stone for me. I have worked like that. So for the 10th house, he has said, mainly for the achievements that you have to do, take up an idea in your head and think about it whole day, whole night, every time, sitting, standing, moving, because 10th house is a big house. Those who are having good planets over there, those who are having actually planets and they want to do some difference for themselves and maybe for the world in whatever small or big way, you have to keep going. And that idea should fill up your brain, blood and nerves, everything. That is what Swamiji says. This is the ideal quote for 10th house activities. It is a draining activity, but still, if you like it, if you go with it, if you take the 3rd house matters, if you take the 6th house, you can handle 6th house matters, then you can progress slowly in your 10th house matters also. It will happen in time, because 10th house cannot give away things easily. It's these houses are Upachaya houses. You are not born with it. The 5th house is what you are born with, your luck. Your love affairs, your progeny, you have a good progeny, you are born with it. That person is born in your family. 9th house, your father, your forefathers, they bring fortune for you. You are born with it. You don't have to do much for it. It is predestined for you. That is that is why these are Bhagyasthan, Purva Purna, Purva Punya. These are given to you from the fruits of your karma. And now the 10th house is your karma, what you do. If there's a bad karma, you can change it slowly. Free will is there. 3, 6, 10, 11, free will is there. You can work with it. You can slowly work up the hill. It is not an easy task. You have to keep yourself motivated. And where the motivation will come from within. It is never from outside. If you keep on picking motivation from outside, that somebody outside will come and motivate you, it will not work for long. It will never work for long. Motivation should always come from inside, and that is why you need to find out why astrology is important, in that you need to find out what you love doing. Then only in that matter you will be so passionate about that any hurdles, any obstacles can keep you down for a few days, but not for very long. You will not quit it if you are passionate about it. So then the 10th house becomes slowly, the 10th house gives way to those things. And if you feel that, no, it's okay, then that's a different story. I'm not talking about them. Here I'm talking about people who come for consultation and they say, yeah, I know I need to shift from job to business. But where to start? How to start? If I fail, yes, you'll fail. There is no doubt that you'll fail. If you don't fail, then you cannot win ever. It's not possible. That is why failures is the pillars of success, it's said. 11th house is the last of Upachaya houses. It's a big desire house, very big. Problem with 11th house, let me just talk about the problem, is that if you run a dasha also of the 11th house, as the dasha nears an end, you feel, if it's a good dasha, suppose Rahu is there, Saturn, I find Rahu Saturn working very well in the 11th house. especially if their dasha is there, 18 years of Rahu Mahadasha, 19 years of Saturn Mahadasha. Even Jupiter also works very well in the 11th house. For me, these are the three planets that work extremely well. Other planets also do good, most of the planets do good, but I have felt that these are long time, 16 years, 18 years, Mercury 19 years, 17 years, Saturn 19 years, works very well in the 11th house. But problem with 11th house is that it is a desire house. As it starts, when a 11th house dasha starts, it tells you to stand up and work for your desires. It will always keep you busy on your toes. When an 11th house planet dasha starts, it will keep you busy on your toes. And as the dasha progresses, if it is in a good way, definitely good or bad, most of the planets, as I said, does well in the 11th house, and it will give you a good to very good to extremely good dasha, depending on the conditions of the planet. But remember one thing, as the dasha of the 11th house comes to an end, again you feel something is missing. Now what to do? That is the main problem with the 11th house. Now be prepared for that, especially if it is a Rahu Mahadasha, if it is a Saturn Mahadasha, these feelings will happen. Definitely it will happen. Because see, after Rahu Mahadasha comes your Jupiter. Jupiter cannot give as huge, because 11th house is the Aquarius house of Rahu and Saturn. They are joint owners of that house. So they work brilliantly over there. Jupiter also gives very good gains in the 11th house. Suppose you are running, I'll tell you three scenarios. If you are running a Rahu Mahadasha of the 11th house, you can work wonders with that Mahadasha if you put in the effort and if you keep it'll provide you motivation. Rahu will always keep you over there. But understand, this motivation as you are going through the whole Mahadasha will take a drop as you reach towards Jupiter. Not that everything is lost. That is not the saying goes, after Rahu Mahadasha everything is lost. No, you feel that what more to achieve, and how much more can I achieve? I've already seen the best of my time. Then you get demotivated by that. You feel that yes, it was very good, but what's next? Because after, if Rahu is in 11th, now Jupiter Mahadasha come, it cannot give you like a malefic planet. That is why Upachaya house and malefic planets, they work very well. Now, if you are running a Jupiter Mahadasha in the 11th, Jupiter is also very good in the 11th house. It will give you good gains, good life, very nice and blessed life. Now, when after the 11th house Jupiter Mahadasha comes Saturn, again there will be a big problem, because Jupiter is very, very benevolent problem. Saturn, you know, Saturn is Saturn. As it says, the last planet which gives you everything on the plate. It's not possible. You have to work so hard for that, and it will put you through tests and tribulations and hindrance and sufferings and boundaries. Everything you'll face. So after Jupiter, Saturn is very challenging. That's the thing. Saturn in the 11th, it mostly when I've seen Saturn people they have less friends, but they do big and they have long-term goals, and they do go good with those goals. Now, after getting all those goals in this 19 long years of Saturn Mahadasha, see, it's a very long time. When you come to Mercury Mahadasha, if Mercury is not very well situated, what can Mercury present to you? So these are the things that you have to understand. So always prepare yourself. What is the content of this video is how to get motivation in astrology, how to prepare yourself for what is today, what is coming, and how to deal with it. Today, if you are running a bad Mahadasha, tell yourself every day, the next one is what are the things, or how to handle this Mahadasha, what to do, how to deviate from the roughness that it is bringing in your life. Sometimes it is too bad, I understand that, seen such cases, have experienced like that in my lifetime also. So understand how to deviate my attention from the extreme possible problems that you are facing in your life to a little bit, softer things, lighter things, the third house things. Or do slow and go towards progress. It's not a one-day affair. If you think that suddenly you have to do, and only saying is not enough. Every day putting in effort is very important. Very, very important. So that is how the Upachaya houses will help you. If you have a good horoscope, no problem with it. Then automatically, if you have a good dasha, it will run. But understand, I have not, you'll are best of astrologers, they have not seen one horoscope having every dasha good. It is barely not possible. It's not possible. So dasha will change, and nothing can be bigger than the dasha. Very important, whether good or bad. Understand that. Whenever something good happens to us, we say we have done. Bad happens, blame on God or the horoscope or even the astrologer. No, it's not that. You are running your own karma. Good was also not, it was your karma, but it was your previous birth fruits that you have been getting, and this is also that. The bad is also that. Both are same. It is your karma only. Nobody is doing anything from you from the outside. Every inspiration is generated within. Every good things come from within. Every idea, every inspiration, how to go in life, how to not think with the people around you, how to not go with the the darkness around you, how to clear your energy from that. Everything depends on you. Nothing, external factors will not be easy. It was never easy for anybody who did something with their life. Ask them, it was never easy for anybody who have achieved very, very big success also. They'll tell you their story. It was never easy. You see the top of it, you see the cream of it, and you desire that. But the process always starts very, very early than the actual achievement that you see. So this is what I wanted to say about the Upachaya houses. These are motivational houses. You can work with these houses. That is why these houses are very important. When I see a horoscope with good Upachaya houses, 3, 6, 10, 11, if at least 2 houses or 3 houses have nice planets in them, or even malefics also, they work very well, then really that's a progressive horoscope. That horoscope, there's no doubt in that horoscope will progress. It will not come to an end. It will slowly grow. The life process will grow. The person will put in the desired effort. That's the thing. So that is what I had for today. So get going, guys. That's the reason I did this video. Motivation you will get from your hobbies, your liking, your passion, what you're passionate about. Try to find out that. Bring in that in your life. Always try to put your energy into new skills, at least for half an hour, 1 hour in a day. Remember, everybody has 24 hours in a day. You cannot complain that I have less time. Greatest of deeds were done in only this 24 hours of time only. So everybody is who has done great, they were normal, but they did achieve big feat. So start your day today. Start getting motivated. Don't think what people will be telling. Don't fall into the miseries of the words of the people. Don't fall into too much overthinking. Jump into activities. You have to start. Then only you will realize where you can end. I end my video today over here. Next week, another topic. Till then, have a nice day, friends. Thank you.